If I had to start over as a real estate agent on YouTube today with 0 subscribers and no audience, this is the exact system I would use to get 10 leads a month. Not maybe, not someday, consistently. I built my business on YouTube after moving to a new city where nobody knew who I was. No sphere, no database, no leads coming in. And now I've helped hundreds of agents do the same thing. So this is not theory. Most agents think they need fancier videos, more editing, more gear, more time. But that's not the problem. You don't need more elaborate content. You need the right system. Now, there are 5 parts to this, and if even one is missing, you don't get leads. You just get views, or worse, you get nothing at all. This is where everything starts. If your video isn't about something a buyer or a seller is actively trying to figure out right now, it's probably not going to bring you any leads. Most agents create content based on what they want to say. Market updates, general advice, the latest restaurant, fun things to do in their town. But buyers and sellers don't go to YouTube for that. They go because they have a decision to make. How do I sell my house? Can I afford this area? Is this a good time to sell? What's it actually like in that town? If your video answers a real question tied to a real decision, it has a chance. But if it doesn't, it gets ignored. If you have struggled with picking video topics in the past, I have something that's perfect for you. I'll tell you more about it coming up. YouTube is actually pretty simple. If no one clicks, nothing else matters. You can have the best video in the world, but if the title and the thumbnail don't make someone feel like, oh, this is exactly what I need right now, they don't click. Therefore, the video is invisible. And this is where most people go wrong. They either try to sound very professional or they try to sound really clever. Neither really works. Clear wins. The viewer should know in 2 seconds, who is this video for? What problem does it solve? And why should I care? If they have to think about it, they're not going to click. Getting the click is step 2. Keeping them is what builds trust, and trust is what gets you the lead, the client. And this is where outdated YouTube habits kill your video. Long intros talking about yourself, introducing your company at the very beginning of the video, taking too long to get to the point. The viewer clicked because they wanted the information, so give it to them fast. Talk like you would talk to a client in your car, not like you're standing on stage presenting at a conference. The faster they feel like this person gets it, the longer they stay. Now, this is the part that I've seen almost everybody skip as I've looked at so many different channels over and over again. They make a really great video and then they end it. There is no next step. There's no direction. No way for the viewer to raise their hand and say, I want your services. And then they say, YouTube doesn't work. Well, it's not YouTube. It's the missing bridge. Every video should lead somewhere simple. Send them to a buyer checklist, a relocation guide, a seller guide, something that makes it easy for them to go from watching you to connecting with you. Because most people won't call you right away, but they will go to your website and download something. And that's how they get into your database. And now you can follow up with them. If you're listening to this and thinking, okay, but I don't want to try to figure this all out on my own, good, you don't have to. Because in May, we are doing the first ever live round of the VBA 30-Day Jumpstart. This is not another course that you start and never complete. This is 8 weeks of live instruction with a very small group of select agents. And I would like to invite you to be one of them. We're going to do this together in real time. And because it's a small group, you'll have total accountability. Each day, we will take small steps so that over the course of the 8 weeks, you've made massive progress. This way, not only do you not get overwhelmed, you actually finish what you start. You'll be in a small group, so you'll be held accountable. You'll have access to me and my team on live Zoom calls every single week. You'll be able to ask your questions and get them answered right away so that you don't get stuck and stop making any progress at all. Aren't you tired of not knowing where your next deal is coming from? Or buying leads and chasing strangers and trying to convince them why they should work with you and not someone else? Or how about paying out a very hefty referral fee when the transaction closes? Believe me when I say that YouTube leads are completely different. They come to you. They already know, like, and trust you. And you're not competing with 5 other agents for the job. There's no chasing, no convincing, no arm twisting. It's a lot more fun and it's a lot more profitable too. We are only opening this up to 15 agents, and once those spots are full, we are closing the doors. So don't delay. Click the link below to get all of the details. And I hope to see you inside our first ever live round of the VBA 30-day Jumpstart. Okay, back to the video. Now, this is where people either quit or they finally start to get some traction. You don't need to post every day. You do need to post consistently enough that YouTube understands who your videos are for and that your audience learns when to expect you. 1 video a week done right is more than enough, because the goal is not volume. The goal is alignment. Every video should make it clear: who do you help? How do you help them? Why should they trust you? Where are you physically located? That is what builds real momentum. I've seen agents do all the hard parts. They film, they upload, they stay consistent, but they skip 1 or 2 of these pieces. And then after 6 months, they wonder why nothing is happening. It's not their lack of effort, it's the system. This is not a content problem. This is a system problem. When the system is right, leads stop coming in randomly and they start to feel more predictable. So if you want to get a system in place that turns the videos you make into actual clients, click this link to find all about our brand new live program that's starting in May.